This is over. You're fired. The board is unanimous. Clear your desk.
You will regret this.
The boardroom was silent except for the sound of papers sliding across the polished table. Cameras were rolling, executives were watching, and every eye in the room was fixed on one person. At the center of it all stood Angela Carter, the CEO who had built the company from a struggling startup into a billion-dollar empire. But today, the mood in the room felt very different. One of the board members leaned forward, his voice cold and sharp. "Angela, the board has voted. Your leadership is no longer in the best interest of this company. Security will escort you out." The words echoed through the room. A few executives exchanged nervous looks. Others pretended to read their documents, avoiding eye contact. The tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Angela didn't move. Two security guards stepped toward her slowly, waiting for her reaction. Cameras zoomed in, capturing every second of the moment. To the people watching, it looked like the end of her career. After years of building the company, she was being removed in front of everyone. One of the directors added impatiently, "You heard the decision. Please cooperate." Still, Angela didn't move. Instead, she calmly picked up a folder from the table and looked around the room. Her expression wasn't angry. It wasn't afraid. It was confident. Some of the board members shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Finally, she spoke. Just one sentence. "I own 51% of this company." For a second, no one reacted. Then the room went completely silent. One board member blinked in disbelief. Another quickly flipped through the documents in front of him. The chairman's confident posture suddenly stiffened. Angela placed the folder on the table and gently pushed it toward them. Inside were the legal filings confirming what she had just said. Over the past year, while the board had been quietly planning to replace her, Angela had been quietly buying shares, one investor at a time, one deal after another, until she controlled the majority. The security guards stopped walking. They looked at the chairman, waiting for instructions. But the chairman said nothing, because legally, there was nothing he could say. Angela slowly sat down at the head of the table again, the same seat they had just tried to take from her. "You called this meeting to remove me," she continued calmly. "But according to the company charter, I control the vote." The directors looked at each other, realizing what had just happened. Everything had flipped in a matter of seconds. The same man who had ordered security cleared his throat nervously. "Well, perhaps we should discuss this further." Angela leaned back in her chair. "I agree," she said. "But first, let's talk about loyalty." The room stayed silent, because everyone there now understood the truth. The meeting they planned to end her career had just revealed something else entirely. Who really ran the empire?